Hey, you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's good to be here. It's good to have you here. Thank you for joining in today. I just want to hang out with some ladies who are distracted. Yep, ladies that are distracted. There's this cup that Sarah Jakes Roberts has. It's the Mind Your Business mug. I think it's the Mind Your Business Ministries. It's so easy to see what's wrong with other people. It's so easy to point fingers over there and say, you're not getting that right. You're not doing it right. You're not understanding this rightly. You're not seeing this picture well. You don't have understanding of this picture. You're not getting it right. So easy to sit on this end and point fingers. It's so easy to know what's wrong with everybody but refusing to pay attention to what's wrong with you. And it's so easy to get carried away with, I want to be on my phone and I want to check messages. And then I'm scrolling through Instagram, and all of a sudden, I see a post on Bella Niger. And for those of you that are not Nigerians, Bella Niger is like a wedding app where people's marriages are featured and the likes of it and all of that. And I'm going and I'm scrolling and I see one picture and then another picture and another picture, and then Instagram and our dear darling Facebook all of a sudden has algorithms to know what she likes, what she wants. Because guess what? The world will never tempt you with what you don't want. Um, you know, you would never be tempted with what you don't want. You will never be tempted by what you don't want. You will never be tempted by what is not in your budget, what is not in your heart. Not at all. Not at all. You will never ever be tempted. So you gotta want it. And they're going to bring to your face what you want. So if you like technology, they're going to hit you with technology. If you like clothes, they're going to hit you with clothes. If you like weddings, they're going to hit you with weddings. And they understand that your tastes change. And so they use the very things that you search for to get your attention, because they know that, oh, she's been looking at clothes. She wants to change her wardrobes. And then all of a sudden, you begin to see clothing people on Instagram. You begin to see, and if you've not searched for anything, they'll throw you different things until they get the very things that you want. This is where planning your life comes in. This is where scheduling your life comes in. This is where paying attention to you and the very things that you're working on. This is where it all comes in, because you got to focus on your focus. Like, you have to focus on your focus. You can't just afford to be everywhere doing everything at every time. You need to focus. You need to see, this works, this does not work. We tried this, but we didn't see the results that we desired to see. You've got to be focused. Pay attention to trends, pay attention to likes, dislikes, pay attention to wants, pay attention to needs, pay attention. And everything in the world is screaming for your attention. Everything in the world is asking for your attention. Everything in the world is demanding for your attention. So, would you be willing to give your attention to everything and not see results? Because life is measured in time. That's why we say things like your lifetime. And so you are a day older today than you were yesterday. If you have not achieved anything today, then that means that you are older and not better. You are older and not doing anything differently. Everything you are doing today is the same as the things that you did yesterday. There's no improvement, no learning curve rising, nothing is happening. And all we've got is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, talking about what this person is wearing, what this person is doing, who is sleeping with who is failing who, and all of that stuff. All of that is nice. It sounds nice. It can even pay you in some levels. But the truth is this: if you want to achieve anything that will transcend you, that will transcend here and now, then you've got to give your all. You've got to refuse to take no for an answer and put in everything that you've got to be able to see the results that you need to see. You've got to strip yourself of your pride, of whatever it is that you're thinking, whatever it is that you've believed thus far, and now come to that space where you are vulnerable enough to say, I need to be focused. And that means, guarding your screen time. I have a timer on my phone on my Instagram app that only allows me to stay on Instagram for 1 hour. The moment I stay past 1 hour on Instagram, the app locks me out. So the only days that it goes longer are the days that I have a live video, and so it permits me to stay longer. But otherwise, it locks me out. I put 30 minutes on Facebook because if I want to stream on Facebook, I use StreamYard. If I want to stream on YouTube, I use StreamYard. So Instagram is the only app where I have to stream directly. So my Facebook is 30 minutes. My YouTube, it's for learning. I'm always looking for something to learn about coaching, something to learn about the other things that I find myself doing. I listen to teachings by ministers that I honor and regard dearly. I'm exposing myself to content, to knowledge that will improve me and make me better. And then my day is structured. Oh my God, you will not understand the power of scheduling your day so that you can be able to account for where your time went, because it's so easy to start playing a game and you start the game 30 minutes, you're on the game, 1 hour, you're on the game, 2 hours, you're on the game. By the time you realize you spent 3 hours on a game and you've not achieved anything. I have a friend in my life that she's kind of OCD, but she does hers to the extreme. She sets an alarm for everything that she needs to do. So if she's doing something and the alarm goes off, she's going to leave it and go to the next thing. And so she set this alarm to give her structure. She set this alarm to keep her in tune and in pace, to make sure that she gets everything done on her list. So, for example, on the day that I'm recording this video, I'm recording other videos for other projects that I'm running and working on. And so it required my participation, it required my dedication and commitment to this. And so that means I wasn't pressing my phone, checking messages. I wasn't trying to, it's not that I can't. I want you to get this. It's not that I can't. It's not that I don't want to. It's not that I don't desire to. It's not that it's not cool to do. It's just that for now, I'm putting that restraint on myself so that I can see my results, because the world is shaped in such a way that I'm filled with so much distractions. I'm filled with many things that want my attention. Everybody wants my attention, but if I'm overtly available to everybody, then there is nothing special, there's nothing exclusive or unique about me. So I can't be everything for everybody. I have to limit myself and structure myself. You can't just come to my house and put me on a jump up. I had to tell people at the beginning of the year, if you want to come and see me, you have to let me know ahead of time. You have to book an appointment with me so that I can schedule you and factor you into my day. You're not just going to wake up in the morning and tell me abandon everything you're doing and come. No, I'm not going to do it except it's an emergency and you're dead or dying. But it had to take me to learn to say no to me first before I began to say no to others. I want you to hear what I just said right now. You've got to say no to yourself first. That means you want to go on Facebook, but you know you have to read the book. So you've got to say no to Facebook and yes to the book. Even if the book is boring, even if the book is going to keep you, in fact, sometimes put your phone on airplane mode, hide it somewhere, give it to somebody and say, don't give me this phone until 3 hours later. Discipline yourself to sit there for 3 hours and read the book. Have accountability partners, somebody that you can say, okay, at the end of today, these are the things that I need to get done. I need to read, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to write out the business plan. At the end of the day, check in with me, make sure that these things got done, and then give yourself consequences. By the time there are consequences to your actions, you begin to realize that, especially for those of us who have whiled away our time for so long, we can now begin to put structures in place to get back our time. because time's going, life is going, and I'm going to do it later. I'm going to do it later has never gotten anything done. Later has never gotten anything done. So the best time to do what needs to be done is now. The best time for you to get out of your bed and go and get stuff done is right now. The best time to read the book was yesterday, but now is a good time. The best time to start losing weight if you want to was yesterday, but you could start now. The best time to become a better person, to age your business, to create systems and structures. The best time to be coached is yesterday, but you could start now. Start now. Don't wait till later. Don't say, I'm going to do it later. So, right now, what I want you to do is write down the list of things that you've got to do, list of things that you've been procrastinating, the list of things that Facebook ain't let you do, the things that Instagram has not let you do, the things that every social media platform that you're on has not let you do. You've got to write out that list, write it out. Tell yourself, I'm going to get these things done. And don't just tell yourself, I'm going to get these things and then turn around and go to bed. No, I'm going to get these things done. And then write how you're going to get it done. That means taking little steps daily, doing little things daily, from waking up earlier in the morning to pray if you need to, from waking up earlier in the morning to read if you need to. For your break time, you can multitask. You can spend time either both studying and you can spend time both studying and also going out to reading a book. You can spend time eating and eating and reading a book. You can spend time eating and listening to a podcast, listening to a YouTube teaching. You can actually spend time doing these things. So you can create systems and structures in your life that permit you to make progress. Many of us have not created systems, we've not created structures that permits us to grow, that permits us to make progress. We've not created systems and structures in our lives that permits us to thrive. We've not created systems and structures in our lives that permits us to see the results that we need to see. And that means starting the little things daily. Remember what James Clear said, we do not rise on our goals. We fall to the extent of our systems and structures. Create a system on your phone. If you need me to, let me know let me know in the chat, or let me know in your groups that you need me to give you that video. I think I still have it, the video of how you're able to set up your phone and just time your apps so that you're not sitting on Instagram for 12 hours. You're not playing games. Delete the games from your phone. You're too old for that. Delete it from your phone. It's distracting you, it's stopping you, it's not let you achieve anything. If you want to play more games, try in 1 year after you've achieved something tangible with your life. I'm telling you, these are the things that I have had to do. I've had to cut down on phone conversations. In my room, in my house, my phones are on silent. I don't care who you are, your phone don't ring out loud around me. No, because your phones can distract me. So if you're coming to see me, put your phone on silent. If you're going to be spending some time with me in my house, put your phone on silent. The reason why it's on silent is so that I can think, so that I can come up with ideas, I can come up with innovations that will help your life get better. And so if I'm able to think, I can be full of innovations, I can be full of ideas. So if you put together all these things that I've talked about, you'll realize that your life will be 10x better, 10 times better. Focus means the center of interest, the center of activity. Focus means the state or quality of having or producing clear visual definition. When you're clear about it, when you put up boundaries, say no to yourself, say no to people, say no to things, say no to activities. In fact, I read a book, Balance by Ture Roberts, and he said something. He said, let your no's be 90% and your yeses be 10%. Let your no's be 90% and your yeses be 10%. Imagine how exclusive you will be if you say no to everything but the things that really matter. Imagine how beautiful your life will be. You're watching this video in June. I can't even tell you the day that this video was recorded, but you're watching it in June. But I've done work ahead to ensure that in June, while you're watching this video or listening to this podcast, I'm working on something else. I'm not perfect. I'm working towards it. I have my own distractions. I can get carried away teaching somebody something. I can get carried away counseling someone, talking to someone. I can get carried away doing some things that are not needful. There are still things that I need to cut off from my life. But right now, my no's are 40%. My no's are 40%. I'm working towards getting it up to 70% at least before the end of your batch of DS. So begin to say no to yourself. Say no to the extra burger, the extra meat. Say no to it. Say no to when you wake up in the morning, don't give yourself enough time to think of excuses why you should spend more time on the bed. Get up. Like literally right now, get up from the bed. Get up. You need to teach yourself to say no to you, especially to things that are hurtful, that are masking themselves as good, and say no to things that are not necessary, that are carrying you away and distracting you and trying to hinder you. Let me know how today's podcast helps you. But remember, as you go about your day, focus on your focus. You got this, girl. I'm rooting for you. See you tomorrow.